Yeah, if you're looking for a forever friend, perhaps Athena would be a great addition. We're going to introduce you to Athena and more adoptables here at the Surrey Animal Resource Centre coming up after the break. We'll be right back. Oh, Nelson, I think Athena wants to come home with you. I know, definitely, and that was Athena. We're going to meet Athena in a second, but I just wanted to introduce you to Reggae, who also is eating a little breakfast on breakfast television this morning. We're going to find out how Reggae and other birds made their way here to the Surrey Animal Resource Centre, but first off, Athena is very interested in the birds.
She is. She's also interested in, her ball. Good girl, very nice.
Is Athena a puppy?
Athena's a young adult dog, so maybe somewhere between 1 year and 3 years of age. She came into the shelter as a stray, so somebody lost her and never came looking for her, which we find really unusual, I guess, in that she's had quite a bit of training, so she knows how to sit, she plays fetch very well, but she's a high energy breed mix.
Very youthful exuberance, yes, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the reason we've got her up first thing this morning is because, I mean, if you're already up this early, she might be the dog for you. If you're a couch potato and you're looking to sleep until noon, this is not the dog for you.
So probably a great fit would be someone who's got a bit of a yard.
And time. Really, the big thing for a dog like this is we need someone who's going to be willing to spend the time with her to teach her what the rules are. She's quite happy to follow them when she knows them. But also, she's been with us since July, so you can see her behavior is a result of frustration. She's been here longer and longer. People are passing her by. She's starting to play rougher and rougher with people. She's starting to play rougher and rougher with other dogs. So right now, she's got some friends that are big male, stocky dogs that she can race around the yard with. You know, she'd really enjoy a companion like that. So if someone's got a larger male breed at home, she'd be a great buddy for them. Smaller dogs, cats, birds, she might be a little bit
not so much.
Same with kids. She's a little bit, you can see this behavior is a little bit, wouldn't work so well if I were little.
Hey. But spending some time with Athena would be perhaps perfect for your home. I mean, look at this. The tail is just a wagon, Jody and Riaz. If you want to learn more about Athena or any of the animals they have here at the Surrey Animal Resource Centre, of course, they can check out their website and give them a call. I think Athena would be a great addition for someone who's got an energetic home. Yeah. I'm not sure who this actually is. We're going to find out more about this bird and actually all the birds out here. And are they a good pet? What's involved? It might be more of a commitment than you think. We'll find out from the Surrey Animal Resource Centre coming up next. This is Reggae, though. Hi, Reggae. Yeah, and is a bird even right for your family? We're here at the Surrey Animal Resource Centre, and you are with Reggae, who is probably the most friendly out of all the birds that we have here, right?
Reggae is quite unusual in that most often when birds come into an animal shelter, they may not have been handled very often or have had sort of the most socialization. Reggae, on the other hand, was clearly handled a lot, and we do know that his owner, who had multiple birds, passed away without any plan in place for Reggae or her other pets. So unfortunately, one of the things people really need to consider, Reggae is a Senegal Parrot. They have an average lifespan of about 50 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so when we think about shelters are full of animals like dogs and cats that have like a 10 to 20 year lifespan, and people have problems making a commitment that's that long. So when you're thinking about adding an animal to your home that's going to have a 50-year lifespan, you really have to have a plan in place.
Will your kids want to take care of your birds, right?
Absolutely. And birds are more difficult pets than your average bear. I mean, they're loud. As you can hear as we're filming here, the neighbors might not love that if you're in a condo or a townhouse. They can be quite messy. Lovebirds, the little guy, the little peach face. Stray. So the interesting thing we tend to see in the spring when people start opening their windows and doors for more fresh air in the house, they forget that their birds fly. And we end up with a lot of birds making their way outside, getting exhausted and getting caught by strangers who then bring them to the animal shelter. But we don't, birds don't get adopted all that quickly. So we see a lot of them come in early in the year and then they spend quite a bit of time with us. You see only some of the birds we have available for adoption right now. We also have a canary and 4 fancy doves in the back.
So definitely a big commitment, Thor. But if a bird is right for you, if you decide that you want to make a bird part of your forever family, Thor, people can check out any of the animals or birds here at the Surrey Animal Resource Centre.
Thanks a lot, Dawn. Yeah, we had budgies growing up, and they're quite lovable and very easy to clean and maintain. So there you go. What a beautiful bird there.
Now here at the Surrey Animal Resource Centre, we're going to introduce you to a few nice ones here that might be a perfect addition to your home if you're looking for a forever friend. Stay with us. You're watching BT. Oh, you are nice. Yeah, we're here at the Surrey Animal Resource Centre with the putty tats now, and this is a beauty, Kim.
This is the Ginger Ninja. The Ginger Ninja. He's about 6 or 7 months old, and he's a neutered male, probably Siamese mixed kitten. And here with us today is a Ginger Ninja and Matilda. And one of the neat things we do here at the shelter is something called Meet Your Match, which is a little bit like almost like a dating site.
Match.com
It
almost,
totally
yeah.
is like that. So we ask adopters to come in, and they fill out a little survey about themselves, and they come up with sort of a color profile. And then our cats are coordinated that way. So the Ginger Ninja is a green kitten, and he is what's known as a leader of the band. So he's Captain Party Time.
Okay.
He's the guy who...
And he's the one over here.
Yeah, he's the young fella up here. So he's the kind of a cat that could go to a home that's very active and very busy, maybe with kids and other pets and lots of visitors coming and going. Whereas we have Matilda over here with you, who is what's known as a sidekick. So she's the kind of cat, like you can see, she's really interested in being with you. She's very affectionate, but she doesn't necessarily want to be picked up and held and carried around. She really just wants to be with her person. So she's the prototypical cat that might end up on your keyboard while you're trying to work.
When we're talking about any kind of animal, for instance, even the dog that we talked about in the beginning too, where they get a bit frustrated sometimes if they've been here for a while, how do you sort of reintegrate them into kind of a social atmosphere?
Well, one of the things that we do for the cats is actually this room, which is sort of a bit of a real life room. So we have some sofas, and we have people able to come in and just sort of sit and read a book and hang out with the cats. And it's difficult to see, but there's actually a couple of cats hanging out right now under the sofas in this room.
Which is what they would do in someone's home anyways.
Exactly, and this gives them an opportunity to come out at their own sort of pace. You know, Ginger Ninja here is going to make buddies with anyone. So wherever he lives, he's just going to be like, hey, other cats need a little bit of time to warm up. So allowing them to do that in this room makes it much easier for them to find a home.
You know, if you want to learn more about the animals here at the Surrey Animal Resource Centre, Jody and Riaz, people can come check them out here. But isn't it nice to have such a great atmosphere for them here until they can find their forever home?
These are beautiful animals.
And we've been meeting some great animals here at the Surrey Animal Resource Centre that are looking for homes. Perhaps Gouda would be a great addition to your family. What do you think? Oh, I think so. Yeah, Gouda, not the cheese, right? What a beautiful day it is out here. And I have to say too, this is such a great area here, Kim, for any animal that has to be here.
Yeah.
Wow, they got lots of space to roam around.
Yeah, we have a great off-leash area. It allows us to have play groups for dogs, so dogs that are social with other dogs get to go out and have a bit of a party once a day, maybe sometimes twice a day when we have enough volunteers and people to come in and help out with that kind of thing.
And nice for people that are coming to perhaps adopt a dog like Gouda. They can maybe interact with them in a more natural kind of setting,
Absolutely,
right?
and see what they're like. And we saw Athena earlier this morning, and she's a crazy fetch machine, so you get a sense of her, whereas Gouda's what we call a couch potato pit bull. So she just wants to hang out a little bit, she has a little bit of a run around, and then it is over. Low energy girlfriend.
So how did you come to get Gouda?
Well, Gouda, unfortunately, like so many of the animals that turn up in the shelter, was left behind when her owners moved. So like the sofa, like an old piece of clothing, they just left her in their apartment. And the really difficult thing there is if the landlord hasn't set up a provision, really the law makes us treat Gouda like a sofa. So she is a piece of property under the eyes of the law, so she's been abandoned by an owner. So taking her into the shelter becomes quite complicated legally. So we'd really encourage landlords, if they have, if they're renting to people with pets, to make sure they include a clause in their rental agreement about the animals that are in there. And they can certainly contact us at the shelter for some more information on what that would look like.
Now you have an open house happening tomorrow?
Yeah, from 11 till 2. We're lucky Mayor Watts is actually going to attend, so we're going to do a little bit of eat some cupcakes, talk about the facility. We're even talking about maybe having a kissing booth with a dog like Gouda, so if people want to come by and have an opportunity to
I think I could go for something like that. For more details on the Surrey Animal Resource Centre, go to their website. Make your way here tomorrow. Of course, they're always accepting donations. Takes a bit to run a place like this. We're going to take a bit of a break here on BT. What kind of walking weather will Gouda have later today and over the weekend? Russ has those details. We'll be right back.